and welcome to Tap That MTG, the show where we tell you everything we know about Magic the Gathering. That's probably wrong, but fun to talk about. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Shauna.
Today we are bringing you one of the dearest last, not quite the last, I don't know when you're watching these, but anyways, one of our quick and dirty companion guides, how to build a companion deck. Our video is based around standard, but of course the same rules apply if you want to go ahead and apply them to Pioneer or Modern or Commander even. So please definitely let us know what you're doing there. But Companion came out with Ikoria, and it's changed a little bit since then.
Already.
So, Shauna, what is Companion, and which one are we talking about today?
Companion is a crazy little mechanic on some interesting cards in Ikoria that let you have that card in your sideboard. It does have to be revealed, and this is a new rule as of June 1st, and it does have to be revealed, but every card in your deck has to follow the stipulation on that companion card. So when you want to play it, you can just pay 3 at any time and put that into your hand. So that's a good thing to do on their turn, is you're going to get ready for your next turn and pay that 3 and put that guy in your hand. You'll really want to put this big boy in your hand as soon as possible. He is Gyruda, the Doom of the Depths. Doom of Depths. Sorry, there's no "the" in there. What the heck does he do? He's really bad. He's a 6/6 for 4 and a bad as in mean, for 4 and a blue-black hybrid, 2 of them, mana. It is a Demon Kraken, and your starting deck has to have even converted mana costs. So all of those cards have to be even, so you're going to be skipping the 1s and 3s and 5s. But when it enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. You get to put a creature card from either of those, or both, that has an even mana cost onto the battlefield, which is crazy under your control. So it's a great way to steal their stuff, plus get some of your stuff out on the battlefield for free.
Free. Gotta love free. Gotta love free.
Gotta love free. So Leslie, what have you been doing with this deck?
Well, I call my deck Gyruda Stomp Slosh. Because, normally I go Stomp Stomp, but he's a Kraken, so Stomp Slosh. It's going to be interesting, actually, to see with the new companion rules how well this is going to play out, because people will know that you have it. You have to then pay to bring it into your hand, so they know you're getting ready to cast it. So if you're playing against it, save your counter spells, save your removal, because you know Gyruda is coming. However, if you do get it on the battlefield, and how are you going to get it on the battlefield? The biggest thing, the key thing, I think, is just tons and tons and tons and tons of ramp. So Humble Naturalist, Incubation Druid, Growth Spiral, Paradise Druid. In my decks, I've been playing with 4 of each of those. So that is 16 mana ramp.
That's a lot. Plus
Mana in this deck. It's all based around, in my opinion, getting Gyruda out on the battlefield. Gyruda can also be played in your deck. So
more than one copy.
You have more than one. So if they happen to counter or whatever your first one, you can be ready for another one a little bit down the road. And then I think a key card for me anyways is Spark Double. Because if he is able to be on the battlefield, you can't put another one. He is legendary. You can't put another one on the battlefield. But you can Spark Double. Spark Double comes in. It's not a legendary. It has the same trigger. And then you get another free thing, and hopefully it's a nice big stomp. If by any chance you play Gyruda and you get a Spark Double, you can copy Gyruda, because Gyruda's already on the battlefield. So you can just keep going a couple times with it. And it's super fun. It makes people quit.
Which is crazy.
So you've also been playing with the Gyruda. What are some of the things that you've seen?
Definitely big beastie boys in there to try to get them out for free. One thing to keep in mind when you're playing some of those big guys, a lot of them have X in their mana cost. You don't want to do that with this guy, because if you have to play that for free, X would be 0. You can't
Yeah.
pay extra into that to make that work. So, so pick the big ones like the Gargos Vicious. What is it? Vicious Watcher is a really good example there. He makes other Hydras cost more. So I played around with Hydra
less.
deck, or cost less. Sorry. You don't want them to cost more. Duh.
Yeah.
I played around with Hydras a little bit. A lot of those have X in their mana cost, so you have to be careful with those.
Yeah. The reason I think that he's good in this deck is because if you play Rabid Bite on him, he will Rabid Bite something as well as then fight something.
look at her
So
go.
he's really just a removal. He's
Yeah.
a free 8/7 removal. his Hydra ability really means nothing in this deck because of the X stuff that you were just talking about.
Right. Yeah, and definitely like Shifting Ceratops is a really, I like that card all the time because so many people play stupid blue decks, so including me sometimes.
She's totally a blue player. Don't
Starting
let her trick
starting
you.
to like blue a little bit, but
She loves blue.
Shifting Ceratops is really nice to have because they can't touch it with Teferi. It has, it's got protection from blue, so they can't. You can use its reach to block the stupid flying blue-white flyer with lifelink thingy, and kill it if you want to, if you can get it big enough, because it's a 5 power, which is really nice. So it's really good against those. But you got to get going with some of these big creatures. That's the problem. So I've played with a little bit of I do like to have my planeswalkers in there still, but again, because I like the fight. Like Vivian in there, I like her when she can use the big guys to fight, which is really nice. And you make them bigger.
Yeah, it's a good way to get some removal in there. Aggressive Mammoth, and because it gives everything trample, as well as it's an 8 that you can get for free. And then, of course, Endray's Boar. I believe it's just Endray's Boar, right? Yeah, Endray's Forerunners.
Yeah.
When they come out, gives everything +2/+2 vigilance and trample. So all of a sudden you have like all of these big things. If you've been using your incubation druids and adapting them, then you now have, they're bigger than when they first came in just as mana dorks. So it can really be a really kind of aggressive green stompy deck for you.
Another card that somebody reminded me about the other day to use with this is Ronos. Ronos, however you say that.
Yep.
Because he has Death Touch, so that's
Yeah.
another really good one too. That someone said that they play him in this deck with this.
Yeah, everyone forgets about Ronas.
Yeah.
And of course it's interesting because of course I'm playing mostly green spells and he's like a black-blue hybrid mana, so you wouldn't think like, why are you building a green deck?
Gyrudas, yeah.
So when you think about building a Gyruda deck, or any deck for that matter that has a companion, don't feel like you have to stick to the colors that are in that companion. You don't have to build a blue-black deck to use Gyruda. You can build an all-blue deck. You can build an all-black deck. You can throw a couple blue cards in there like we did and do green, or you can throw a couple black cards in there for removal and then do all black or all red. You could go black-red if you wanted to.
There's lots of ways to mana fix in this set, or in the standard metagame right now.
But
Lots
you
of
do
ways.
have to remember that you're using even mana cost things, and the whole point of Gyruda, in my opinion, is to get things out for free. So you want to have value. There's nothing worse than playing your Gyruda and getting
nothing.
a 1/1 mana dork, which there are a lot of mana dorks in this. It is a possibility, but at least if it's an incubation druid, you can adapt it, and
Becomes a
hopefully it's
3/5.
a spark double or something like that.
Yeah.
Anything that can flicker him is really good as well. So what do we mean by flicker?
Oh, that's when you take him out for a little bit into exile, and then he comes back in. So Thassa is a way to do
I
that.
don't think Thassa is even.
Oh, Thassa's not even. Darn it, can't
Yeah.
do that.
I think they did that on purpose. See, Wizards thinks about these things. Because I tried to put Thassa
Dang
in. I
it,
was like,
that's
oh,
right.
I can't use
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
So yeah, Thassa would be great. But yeah,
You can get some white in there. Has to be even mana cost.
even.
So you could do Charming Prince.
Yeah.
Charming Prince can flash him in.
There you go.
Just saying. But that's white, which might be tricky. So
You
then
can go
you'd have-
blue-white.
You could.
Blue-white.
is good. Blue-white has lots of big flyers and stuff.
And if you pair him with, is Urian even?
No, I think it's odd.
Oh, because that would be cool. Because then you could just like put Gyruda in,
think it's
get
5.
something for free, and then put your Ryan in, and then return him to the battlefield.
They must have thought of that too, because I'm pretty sure Ryan's 5. Thank goodness Agents of Treachery is gone.
Oh my god.
Thank goodness.
Yep. Well, we would love to hear what you're doing with this card and what decks that you've built. Thank you so much for listening. That's the quick and dirty of Gyruda. Feel free to connect with us on YouTube. We can be downloaded on anywhere that you get your podcasts. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. So visit us on all of those things. We love to hear from you guys. And that's it really for this time. So in the meantime, tap those magic cards and have fun doing it.
Bye, guys.